Good evening. Tonight, NASA embarks on the second space shuttle flight to service the Hubble Space Telescope. This 10-day mission features at least 4 spacewalks by 4 crew members to replace worn-out hardware or to upgrade the capabilities of the telescope. And so we begin our live coverage on NASA television of mission STS-82 here at the John F. Kennedy Space Center in Florida. All countdown events are on schedule, and the launch team is on station here in Flying Room 3 in the Launch Control Center. And we have the crew. Seated from the left, we have Payload Commander Mark Lee. He'll be performing 2 of the spacewalks on this mission. And we have Mission Specialist Stephen Hawley, flight engineer for this flight. Pilot Scott Horowitz, flying for the second time. And Commander Ken Bowersox. Crew's ready to go this morning. We have Mission Specialist Joe Tanner, Steve Smith, and Greg Harbaugh. Very experienced crew, well-trained crew. Been in training for 2 years now for this flight. They're ready to go and repair the Hubble Space Telescope. We have Commander Ken Bowersox. This is his 4th flight. He has been an astronaut for about 10 years, and Bowersox will have overall responsibility for commanding the flight. He was the pilot for the first Hubble servicing mission back in 1993. And we have Pilot Horowitz. As pilot, he will assist Bowersox at the flight controls. This is his 2nd flight. He will assist Bowersox during the rendezvous and retrieval of the Hubble Space Telescope on Flight Day 3. And we have Mission Specialist Mark Lee taking a brief rest. Mission Specialist Joe Tanner. Tanner's making his 2nd flight. This will be his first spacewalk. He'll be teaming up with Greg Harbaugh in replacing one of the 3 fine guidance sensors on Hubble during the 2nd EVA. And we've got Mission Specialist Steve Hawley. Hawley's making his 4th flight today. He's serving as the flight engineer and will assist the commander and pilot with ascent and re-entry checklists. And we have Mission Specialist Greg Harbaugh. He's making his 4th flight. He will be teamed up with Joe Tanner to perform 2 of the spacewalks. Harbaugh performed a spacewalk on STS-84. And we have Mission Specialist 5, Steve Smith, making his 2nd flight. He'll be a first-time spacewalker on this flight. He'll be teamed up with Mark Lee in replacing the 2 instruments that have a combined weight of about 1,500 pounds. Crew saying goodbye to members of the flight crew team. This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 2 hours, 46 minutes and counting. We've got some views now of the flight crew now at the launch pad.
ROTC CTLS.
Go ahead.
Step 661, DLS initialization is complete.
6-1.
That's correct.
Okay. Conversation on OAS channel 212 during the ASTRCOM checks will be heard by the crew. Channel should remain silent except for emergency calls. And for the flight crew during our ASTRCOM checks, adjust your appropriate volumes for comfort, and then don't change the audio panel switch configuration.
Mission management team.
Jim, the MMT is working, no issues, you're clear to launch.
Copy that.
And Discovery, Ken, you and the team have a great mission and do some good Hubble upgrades. We'll see you back here in 10 days.
All right, Jim, thanks for the good wishes. We sure appreciate all the hard work that went into getting Discovery and her payload ready for launch. I think with a little luck, in a couple of weeks, the best telescope in the universe will be even better than it is now.
And NTD, you're clear to launch.
Copy, thank you. All personnel, launch countdown clock will begin in 2 minutes. Mark.
And a profile test of the orbiter's aerosurfaces has started. These are being moved through a pre-programmed pattern to verify that they are ready for launch. T-minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. The three main engines are being gimbaled and positioned for launch. And the gaseous oxygen vent hood.
Heater reconfiguration complete.
Copy that.
The gaseous oxygen vent hood at the top of the tank is being retracted away at this time.
Discovery OTC, close and lock your visors. Initiate O2 flow. And we wish you all a fantastic voyage. Good luck, gentlemen.
DLS is go for auto sequence start.
T-minus 25 seconds.
20. 15.
T-minus 15 seconds and counting. All systems go. T-minus 10, 9,
Go for
8,
start.
7. We have a go for engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Discovery now on its way to service NASA's Hubble Space Telescope.
Houston now controlling.
Roll program, Houston.
Roger, roll, Discovery. Roll maneuver is complete aboard Discovery. The vehicle is now in a heads-down position on course for a 28.5 degree, 309 nautical mile orbit. Discovery already 1.5 miles in altitude and downrange from the launch site 1.5 miles as well. Three main engines beginning to throttle down now as the orbiter prepares to pass through the area of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower atmosphere. The three engines now at 67% of rated thrust. The engine's now beginning to throttle back up.
Discovery, go ahead, throttle up.
Go ahead, throttle up.
The three liquid-fueled engines are now back at full throttle. Discovery's altitude is 13 miles, downrange from the launch site 10.5 miles. Now traveling 1,800 miles per hour. The three good electrical systems or fuel cells and hydraulic systems providing the hydraulic power to the orbiter's engines. The solid rocket boosters beginning to tail off with their chamber pressure, standing by for burnout and separation of the twin solid rocket boosters. SRB separation is confirmed. 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Discovery is now downrange from the launch site of 40 miles at an altitude of 35 miles.
Nominal. Performance nominal.
Performance thus far in the launch phase has been as expected. Three good hydraulic systems and fuel cells, and the main engines are still performing as expected at 104% of rated thrust. Commander Ken Bowersox and pilot Scott Horowitz watching over all of the orbiter systems from the forward portion of the flight deck. Directly behind them, flight engineer Steve Hawley and mission specialist Joe Tanner, while Greg Harbaugh, Mark Lee, and Steve Smith ride down on the middeck of the orbiter.
And Houston Discovery on the doors. As you can see, the port doors opening just fine. On the first opening, we went straight from closed to blank. We didn't get the ready. On the closing and the subsequent opening, we got the ready.
Roger, we copy him. We like what we see.
Good morning, Discovery.
Hey, good morning, Houston. You guys should have played that yesterday during our ascent.
Maybe next time, Sox.
Okay. I was trying to sing it, but I didn't know all the words.
Discovery Houston, we're with you on the middeck.
Roger.
And something else to let you know that might help troubleshooting is that machine is working fine with the world map running and it's receiving data. But I just don't remember the packet of data for 10.2 is over the 232 or only the 422, or if I have to shut world map down to make it go.
Okay, those are good points. We'll think about it.
Houston Discovery, if you have television, you're welcome to watch over our shoulders with the color end effector camera.
Yeah, we're enjoying the view. Thank you.
Okay, and if you're not getting exactly what you want, give me a holler and we'll try to put it on the TV for you.
Copy.
Good morning, Discovery. It's the day to go grab yourself a telescope.
Hey, good morning, Chris. I guess it is about that time. Great wake-up music. Houston Discovery, we have a tally of Hubble.
Copy, Doc. It must be a beautiful sight.
Yep, it's big and bright.
Copy.
And Houston, you got a picture?
Yes, we do. It looks very good. It reminds us of your patch.
You're reading our minds. Houston Discovery, we have the arrays in the end effector camera now.
Copy, Sox.
Switching views now to the color end effector camera. This looking directly at the bottom of the telescope as it comes into view.
At Houston, we're in free drift, and Dr. Stevie's going to get the telescope.
And we see that, Doc.
Houston Discovery.
Go ahead, Discovery.
Yeah, I wish you could see the expression on Dr. Stevie's face. Looks like he just shook hands with an old friend.
And we watched it from down here, Sox. It was certainly an absolute thrill for us to see it on television, and congratulations to all of you for an outstanding rendezvous and a great capture. We're looking forward to getting out there and starting to work on that telescope.
Yeah, that's too, Mark. And we went a little slow there at the end. We just wanted to make the rendezvous last longer. It was so much fun.
As Discovery and the Hubble Space Telescope move off the east coast of Florida, the spacecraft are now moving into an orbital sunrise. And the Hubble Space Telescope is now firmly in the berthing latches. The sequence will be to close the latches one at a time.
Okay, Houston, Discovery.
Go ahead, Discovery.
Okay, we've got latch and mate ops complete. We're going to ungrapple, and as soon as we do that, we're going to go to attitude.
Okay, copy, Mark. We're watching.
Houston, Discovery, we've ungrappled, and we think we're ready to go to the battery charge attitude with a auto burn.
And Discovery for SOX, we concur. We're ready for the maneuver.
Okay, going to depot.
Every Orbit 1 team is leaving, and Orbit 2 is here. Brian and Kay will be talking to you. To say that it's been an exciting day for us down here would be an understatement, but we're looking forward to even more exciting days as we begin the EVAs tomorrow. So we'll be back with you tomorrow for Mark and Steve's EVA.
All right, Orbit 1, thanks a lot for looking over our shoulder during the rendezvous. We sure appreciate all the effort that went into developing the procedures and getting everybody trained up for this. And it was a lot of fun to do.
Thanks, Doc.
Discovery Houston, we were able to pick up some KU here now that we're back on the west satellite, and we're with you taking a look.
Okay, Kay, we're just wrapping up with the RMS -V3 survey. I guess quick verbal assessment here, and the telescope and the arrays look like they're in pretty darn good shape. Sox may want to talk to you later about the comparison between 61 and now, but for the uneducated observer like me, it looks really in fine shape.
We copy. That sounds great.
And Houston, do you still have TV?
We do for about 15 more seconds, and we are looking at that little apparent ding.
Okay, that thing is a penetration. We verified there is a hole all the way through. And we have some other footage we can send you later that will better illustrate that.
Discovery is flying in an orientation to enable Hubble's batteries to be recharged at the moment.
Discovery, we think we're ready for D11 auto.
We copy and concur. Got a good picture.
You guys would probably rather look at HST, though. We'll give you that. Sure is pretty.
Good morning, Discovery. Time for the first two Princess go a little work outside.
All right, we're ready to go fix that thing. Hey, and I got to compliment you on the beautiful selection of pickup music so far. say that the wake-up music so far has been really beautiful, Chris. In Houston Discovery, we want to reinforce what we said earlier, that from all appearances, from what we can see, the arrays are normal, just slewed off.
Understand, and that's what the best thing we can get out of these visuals is to reassure everybody that everything is nominal. Discovery Houston, good video. A couple more questions people are asking. When you saw the motion, and I realize it was all over pretty quick, but in addition to the motion of the slipping of the joints themselves, did you notice any bi-stem flexing? And what was the settling time after the event occurred?
Okay, we've just polled our knowledge here, but we obviously didn't see the initiation, so we can't speak of bi-stem deflection at that point. But once it was moving, and then when it reversed directions, we wouldn't say that there was a tremendous amount of bi-stem deflection. The total settling time when it finally stopped where in its current location was probably no more than 5 seconds. I guess we would say that the total movement time from initiation to final settling, probably 15 seconds.
Thank you.
Yeah, Houston Discovery with more words on the solar array movement and a question.
We're listening.
We all agree here that the movement and even the damping oscillations were more a movement of the canister rather than the solar array tips, indicating a rotation of the solar array itself rather than bi-stem deflection. And it also seems the dampening coincided with the closing of the depress valve, which would confirm your earlier hypothesis of that being the cause.
Beautiful picture now that the sun is rose, and solar array sure looks pretty. Just for your info, GSF Goddard is getting ready to power up the SADI, so we should get things moving. Looks like it's powered on now. You might think ahead if we proceed with this plan to use the hatch equalization valve. We would be using the aft hatch valve first, and you'll be able to throttle that. You'll want to be keeping an eye on the thermal cover. Make sure that it does not pop open. If it does, then close the valve, and we might then consider using the upper hatch valve. Also, of course, you'll be watching the solar arrays closely during the depress, and if you see any motion, then you can let the EVA crew know to close the valve.
In Houston Discovery, for your future reference, we have a timer set up.
Okay, we copy, and just so you can get ready, we are getting ready. Now we now have a go for depress, and You will be monitoring the solar array, and if you see any motion, stop the depress, and the ground will be monitoring the SADI angles.
Let's see, Steve, you bring it forward another foot, please. Okay, forward a foot. And stop. Stop. Keep the starboard coming, and if you can yaw me back to 0, that'd be great. At some point I'll try to figure out whether it's board or handrails or the ski handle. Stevie, can you take the yaw out, please? Is it out? Yeah, it's forward. Feet. Oops, heads up, Mark, the door open. Huh? The door's just sprung open. Sure did. How about that? Are we in attitude? Yeah, we're close enough. I can go get that door if you want. Just leave it out there. Okay. How about that? Yeah, let's see how this one. Is that enough room, Steve? Here it is. Hold on one sec. All right, top and bottom entering at the same time. I'm going to push it just a nudge it a little bit to the right to get it in the rail. Okay, you're on the ramp down here now. Okay, give me a little push down there. You're on the rail. Okay. I'm on my rail now. Going real smooth. We're halfway down. A little bit. You pushed up on it, it's not seated, you gotta come down. Alright, seated on the beam. Okay, drive it real slow in a clockwise direction. Alright, push this, see how I'm pushing this against the rail? Yep. You gotta try to keep it there. Okay. That should take out some of it. Okay. That's right. Okay, stop. Stop. Actually, give me another foot right. Okay, more right. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, Mark, nice and slow. Alright. Go on. Is that alright? You can let go of me. Okay, letting go. Okay, Joe, the tether is retrieving.
Houston, Discovery, you have a go for the STS alignment assist.
Okay, we copy. Really good work. Also looking ahead, the HST project copied Mark's description of the seals, and we understand what he said, but they would very much like to get pictures ASAP, in fact, before the GHRS installation. So if you could try to put that into your timeline, we'd appreciate it.
Not going to help them make any decision, but we can do it right now if you want.
Okay, do you have downlink capability right now?
Yes, we do, and we would appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. You're good 2 feet above the F side.
Okay.
Keep it pitch level if you can. A little bit more down. That's level right there.
Discovery Houston, the STS aliveness test is complete and was successful.
All right. Fantastic. I know a lot of scientists around the world are happy about that. Maybe if you can take me
You bet.
over in orbit, I'll get the door. Aperture's going in the door now. Bottom's going in. They're on the rail. They're on the rail with the VLAT. Now you're on the rail with...
You can see the placement now of Nick Moss and that angle iron, that right angle guide rail at the bottom right. Steve Smith is looking down the upper left-hand corner and aligning that rail.
Go ahead and pitch me 5 more degrees, Greg. Pitching 5 more, that would give you 20. Okay.
Steve Smith now making the final installation of the Nick Moss into the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope with assistance from Mark Lee. Operating the shuttle's robot arm is Greg Harbaugh, who will be one of the spacewalkers on the second and fourth EVAs.
Clearance. Trying to go more than a foot in, you're going to have to go up. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, why don't you give me another 5 degrees of pitch? Instead of that, Greg, hold on. Instead of that, can you take me up without me hitting my backpack about 6 inches? You bet. Okay. Yeah, you got over a foot, almost 1.5 foot clearance, Steve. Until you stand up straight. Yeah, I won't do that. Okay, that's good. Now take me in. Coming in. Popped open pretty hard. Okay, stop. Stop. That's pretty secure. Yeah, we didn't see anything fly out. Okay. So take me aft about 6 inches, half 6. Okay, stop. Stop and down. Down. So same settings for this bolt? Yes, sir. That's good. Okay. We haven't tried to motor it A4 torque 38. Would you like us to do that first?
Happy Valentine's Day, Discovery.
Morning, Chris.
And we're following you into the external airlock.
Fantastic.
And Joe, we're waving back to you. You look like a proud hog. And we're waving to you too, Greg. You guys look ready. And we're with Mark in the middeck.
Houston, Discovery.
Go ahead. Beautiful picture, by the way.
Yeah, I understand we have a go to rotate.
That is correct. Go for rotate.
Good. All right, thank you. Joe, did you know Greg's SGU? Yes, I did. Okay. Good. Okay, everything I can see here looks okay, Steve.
Discovery Houston for Joe.
Yes, go ahead.
We just got TV back in time to see you come out on the beginning of your very first EVA. Welcome to space, and it was nice seeing a big smile on your face. Have a good one.
Thank you, Jeff. I think you're going to see us smiling a lot today. You don't look as wet as the last time I saw you in that position. Not nearly as many bubbles either. No, no divers around you. And Steve, while we have a second here, I can give you a verbal on this MLI in these days. I'll stop. It in a number of places is cracked. recommend, I guess, that we be extra careful at not touching any of this MLI in any of these bays up here, because it's just, I think there's good potential for pieces to come off.
Okay, so it's kind of spider web cracks?
Right, that's a good description.
I know you want a good view.
Okay, I'm going to pull the pin.
Okay, watch, it might pop out.
Hey, Joe, you got it. Dr. Stevie, let's go up.
Go ahead up, Joe.
Hold it, stop.
Okay, keep going. Continuing.
Guide rails are a little sticky.
The slightest yaw yesterday got me too. That's probably what you're seeing.
Past the AD interface. There's a little sticky. I'm free now, though. Yep, give up. 5 inches to go. 4, 3, 2. Okay, the mirror is at the opening, Joe. Very nice. Looking real good. Good rate, Dr. Stevie. Just keep it going like that. Perfect. Okay. Just about at the main housing. Very nice. Okay. J8T8 has made it.
Discovery Houston,
That's fine.
FGS aliveness test completed successfully.
All right. Oh, that was quick.
Copy, thank you, Mark.
Okay, Dr. Stevie, take me in a foot.
Going in a foot, Joe.
That door closes all right, although it does want the spring open just a little bit. All the seals look good on that door to you? Yep, looks good all the way around. All right, all these seals look like good what we got here. But it definitely does want the spring open. And we got this here handle. That was 7. Sorry, I skipped one there. That's what I released it was 7. Okay, I'm on the bottom one.
Okay, it was 7.5.
1, 2. Push it in a little bit.
Discovery Houston with a question on the MLI.
Go ahead, Joe's listening.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the pictures we're seeing here, but it could well, it looks like it might just be the outermost layer of the multi-layer insulation that's torn and pulling away. Can you give us some insight into that?
Well, yeah, I can definitely verify that. It's just a very thin layer of, looks almost like aluminum foil. And underneath that is the quilted blanket, and it is fully intact. So I don't believe, we don't have a problem of protection from the door. We just have a problem of contamination from this stuff that could break off. Bring me forward, if you would, Mark, about 1.5 feet. Coming forward.
The reflection of Joe Tanner and Greg Harbaugh in the telescope's aft shroud as the Earth clearly in view behind them. The orbiter has reached the midpoint of the 60th orbit of the mission. Halfway through the 60th orbit of the mission, just about to cross the equator, traveling southeasterly across Central Africa.
Mark was just commenting on that. Up just a little bit more. All right, let's stop right there for a second while I put it in place. Your tool, sir? Yeah.
Looking over the shoulder of astronaut Greg Harbaugh as he is looking into the Bay C, as it is called, near the very top of the support systems module portion of the telescope, where the optical control electronics is located. That's a bay right in between the data interface unit and the fine guidance electronics on the telescope.
About 3 minutes until sunrise. Would you like to take this trash bag for me? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to need it. Again, a debris report here. Nothing noticeable in the bay. Nice and clean. The door seals are good all the way around. Okay, Dr. Stevie, take me down. And, hey, going down. You've given us cable report? Yeah, I did, Steve, but just to reiterate, no cable stress. It's exactly the way we trained it. 2F and H. Very good.
Discovery Houston for Steve.
Go ahead.
Yeah, some more good news. The OCE aliveness test is successfully completed.
Wow. How about that for real-time feedback?
And
okay, good news. Okay, that's good, Dr. Stevie. Stop.
And Discovery for Steve, when an opportunity presents itself during the solar array slew, we'd appreciate some feedback on the appearance of the MLIs in bays 1, 2, 3, and 4.